Yeah, because,
You
I mean,
own, but let's have a 4-minute conversation. 4 minutes. You own the building, and what you want are good tenants. Now, what you have in there is a poor tenant because he's got shutters in there, he's got old equipment. You used to run this place, right? It's got your wife's name on it. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you ran it, it was a good business. You sold it. Now this guy's trying to sell it for $100,000. He's got 20-year-old equipment and 2 years remaining on his lease. Who's going to buy that? So they sold it to some poor bastard, and now they've got the shutters in front of it, and they lock it up every night. They sold it for $100,000.
Exactly.
So we're trying to see if this poor bastard stops paying. You know, if their history is selling it for $100K, I have to be honest, they're probably not going to lease it to you. But if this guy fails and they try to sell it for X number of months or years, then they might revisit a lease. But we'll do our best. We'll call. Here we go. Stand by.
Hello?
Enrique.
Yes, sir.
This is Danny D'Angelo. I'm interested in renting some space from you, bud.
You mean the laundromat?
That is what I do mean. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, the guy who got the place for sale, he still has 2 more years in contract.
Oh, so
reach out to him and...
Well, no. You're the one I will talk to either way, Enrique. So let me explain. You have a tenant, and that tenant.
I mean, he's trying to sell it, and I cannot go under him and just kick him out. So it doesn't work.
I understand, 100%.
You got business, you got business, and you just can't go and tell somebody, "Hey, leave," because I want to give it to these guys. So it doesn't work.
No, I'm not talking about today, Enrique. Not today.
Okay.
Not today.
Yeah,
you own. But let's have a 4-minute conversation. 4 minutes.
Hey, don't make a scene.
I want to talk to that fucking bitch.
Hey, be fucking nice. Calm. Be nice. Don't fuck up in here.
You own the building, and what you want are good tenants, no matter what the business is. I know that. I own commercial space. Now, what you have in there is a poor tenant because he's got shutters in there. He's got old equipment. You used to run this place, right? It's got your wife's name on it. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you ran it, it was a good business. You sold it. Now this guy's trying to sell it. Look, I don't have a crystal ball, but when he fails, I want to talk to you about a lease because I want to spend $200,000 or $300,000 on washers and dryers. And that's what you want. You want a good tenant. Let's just imagine.
All right.
What if he sells it for, he's got it for sale for $100,000. He's got 20-year-old equipment and 2 years remaining on his lease. Who's going to buy that?
The old man said, maybe your friend should give in. And when the old man says maybe, that's like a papal bull. Not only should you quit, you should run.
Correct. I know. I mean, here he had some offers. I think his biggest offer is like $40,000.
Enrique.
So
you keep on talking about what your tenant wants to do. I get it. He's your tenant. He has 2 years remaining. I didn't know that until you said it. I understand. Sir, I own several laundromats in 3 states. If he sells it, God bless him. Let's say he gets $40,000 for the business. Now you're stuck with a tenant who's $40,000 out of pocket, and then they have to come to you and negotiate a lease. They're going to fail too. You know that. What you need is someone that has the money to spend on equipment. $40,000 for what? For an already failed store. Why doesn't your tenant march into your office and sign another 10-year lease out of fear? Because he will never do that. He's waiting until the time ticks away, and maybe it's 2 years from now. Dude, I'm going to set my calendar for 18 months, and I'll call you back. And you have to think about this. If he does sell it for 40 or 30 or even 10 grand, you have a tenant who just bought themselves into a business that now needs another 200, 300,000 in equipment. Now we understand each other. I'm just looking to lease it, and I'm not in a hurry, Enrique. It doesn't have to happen today or tomorrow or next week. I have built all of my empire doing exactly this. I just want you to understand, no, I'm not going to call him or offer him $1. I don't see any value. And you need to be careful because if he does sell it, your next tenant is already in arrears. They're already behind. And that doesn't make sense. Correct. I'll call you in 18 months. Yeah, fair enough. What's your email address? I'll send you an email too. Brilliant. My name is Danny. I'm going to CC my partner Tom in that email. Think about what you want for your family. You want a bright, beautiful, brand new laundromat in that space. Do you know why I'm calling you on that space? Any idea why?
You want to open another business.
But why there? It's because it's already a laundromat, Enrique. The gas, water, and electric is in place. The way that it looks now, it's going to be a very, very different animal when we take over. You know there are excellent laundries with brand new equipment. Yes. Every 7 years I retool. I'm going to look for a 15-year lease. If I can get this store, I won't buy it. I'll beat you up on the rent, and I'll make a few dollars. That's all. I'm interested in infrastructure. I'm glad we had time to talk. I'll save your number. You save mine.
You got it, sir. Thank you.
Bye. Okay, Tom. After calling and calling and calling numbers, leaving messages, trying to get a human on the phone, first and foremost, what was Enrique's whole MO when he answered?
Trying to look out for the tenant.
Not really. Trying to look out for himself. He didn't even want to talk to me.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you want to rent the laundry? No, go call the tenant. Is that him looking out for the tenant or looking out for me or looking out for himself? He's just concerned about getting back to watching Tom and Jerry.
Right.
That's a cartoon, by the way. He came right out. See, there's the good news. He came right out. You can't find that information online.
No, because the guy put in the Facebook ad less than a year left on...
this dip
noise.
Trying to sell his failed business on Facebook. Less than a year remaining on my lease. And he's probably right. It's probably not 2 years. Why would you put that? Hey, 57 Chevy for sale. Hasn't run in 10 years. Has no tires. You want to sell that car, put 4 tires on it. Have a mechanic come and get it running and get fair value for it.
Right.
None of this makes any sense because it doesn't make any sense.
No, not at all.
There's a whole myriad of people over on the other side of the fence here that are saying, oh, if I could only get this guy to do seller financing. I got a laundromat for seller financing. He wanted $100,000. I got him down to $50,000, and then he financed me. Are you going to give him $10,000 for this business? It's a lot of money.
No.
It's a lot of money.
It is.
The landlord is the only person that we deal with, or his rep or his real estate agent, the only one. What I did on that call is slowed the guy down, made him understand by grabbing him by the collar, dude, we're not buying it, and I'm in no hurry. Oh, if you want it today, everybody wants it today, including you. I'm a realist. I talk incessantly on my YouTube about this takes time, energy, effort. Then he's slowed down. He's actually listening to me. You ran the place, right? You own the laundry, right? Yeah. Why don't you go buy it for $100,000? No, he's done. He got his money. He knows what it's like to sell a bit. I guarantee you that this landlord sold this place to this guy for $100,000. And that's why he thinks he deserves $100,000.
Right.
Used lemon, $100,000. Why? Because I paid $100,000 for the lemon. You've squeezed it dry. You've made your lemonade. You made profit from the lemonade, but now you think you deserve $100,000? We're not talking about a lemon tree. We're talking about a used up, squeezed ass lemon. None of this makes any sense because it doesn't make any sense. It's not the way anyone should ever get into this business, ever. But you get that. You understand that. It is my vocation to make the landlord understand. Hey, we're not setting the calendar for 18 months. If he says he only has a year remaining, he's probably right. 10 months from now, we call this guy back. I will send him an email.
Right, why would he?
I will CC you in the email. You have to take the good notes, not to remind yourself or him, but me, what was said, how it was said, what he said. He came right out and told us all about the lease. Hey, if you want it right now, Danny, go call my tenant. No thanks. We could call the tenant. I'll get him to admit that the business is worthless in 5 minutes. I'm not on a suicide reverse hotline telling people to go walk away from their business. It's not my thing. Not at all. There's no scare tactics here. We don't throw these people out. This guy, all he needs to do, I say this all the time, walk in, sign another 10-year lease. What's to stop him from doing that? Then he would have a saleable asset. A lot of people might let this landlord just say, go talk to him and hang up the phone, or not know what to say or how to say it or how to explain it. But when he hangs up, he's thinking, you know what? I do want that guy as a tenant. Planting a bright, beautiful, shiny laundromat with a well-lit parking lot. Doesn't that sound good?
Oh yeah.
Running it better than he ever did. Putting up those shutters, spending $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 to put up steel shutters, it just shows you're failing.
I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.